Wisconsin Foodie would like to thank the following underwriters.
I won't, but we're going to go live.
Wisconsin Foodie would like to thank the following underwriters.
Well, we're back.
Are we live?
We're live.
You guys, there was no count-in.
I know. I like to just go right in there.
There was no run-up.
Just surprise you.
Just we're back.
Hey, everybody. I'm Arthur Ursink. This is Ollie G.
What's up?
Welcome to the live show.
Yeah, welcome back to the live show. This has been a pretty fun little tradition here Thursday nights.
I love it.
Yeah.
We eat well. We get to watch the show together, reminisce about the filming, because sometimes this is the first time you get to watch the show.
It's true. I don't usually see it until it comes out for you. So, if there's a couple questions like during the edit, or maybe sometimes we'll go back and do voiceovers to make things transition and bridge a little bit better. But for the most part, I see it when you see it. So I am just as curious and captivated about what's going to come across that television screen as maybe you are, or maybe not. I don't know. But it's really fun to get to do this at the end of the segment after it airs on Wisconsin Public Television. And talk to the folks. I feel like when you tape these segments, you get so ingrained and enmeshed in people's lives.
Yeah.
If only for that event and that day.
Yeah.
And through the course of time, you see things go on social media, yada, yada, yada. But to really actually touch base for a second, it feels very grounding and full circle.
Well, this particular episode, we made so many friends and connections. When Kat and I just driving around the peninsula, basically from the base of the tip, from Sturgeon Bay all the way to Gills Rock, just meeting so many great folks.
Seriously.
It's cool. I mean, you're just making those connections, throughout the day. And, I think we spent significant time shooting with a lot of the subjects, and unfortunately, when you put the show together like this, you only use, 30 seconds. You only use such a small portion. It's kind of a shame, but that's the world we live in with editing.
Yeah, totally. And, I know for myself, coming into the taping, you and Chef Kat had already had a day together, correct?
Yeah. Almost 2 days.
Yeah. So I rolled into Sturgeon Bay. I think I got changed for the scene in the parking lot of the Greystone Castle, very discreetly or not. I mean, whatever. But then walking into it, and at that point, you and Kat have already developed a rapport. You're comfortable around each other. So it's a really fun experience to jump in, and man, oh man, did that prime rib sandwich at the Greystone Castle.
Hey, I want to, so one of our guests tonight is, we got Kat Turner here. So I'm going to get her in here. I know she's got a lot going on, but I'm going to have her come in and join us real quick.
Awesome.
Kat, what's happening?
Chef. Hi, guys. I'm good. How are you?
I'm going to turn up the volume here. We're going to try to get this to work. Can you hear us?
I can. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we're all good. This is fantastic.
Hi, Kat.
Good. Okay, great. Hi.
So I got to do this thing, Kat, where I've got a laptop over here that I can see you in, but then we've got to look at the camera over here. So it's I'm working on this.
You're going to blow Arthur's mind.
I'm sorry I have such a limited amount of time. I'm in LA, and I'm actually going to a sound bath at a friend's plant studio. So very typical LA.
That sounds fantastic.
I mean, every time I get to hear Arthur's voice in my ear, I feel like I'm at the sound bath. It's just this really warm vibration.
ASMR.
Yeah, exactly. The deep scarring trauma. No, that's great. How are things with you? Tell us a little bit about what you've been up to since we filmed this.
Things are great. We're getting ready to open our 4th location of Highly Likely in an area of town called Studio City that's in the Valley. So, busy running 3 restaurants, opening a 4th, just putting on events, and I mean, it's all like a total whirlwind all the time here. Watching the episode, I swear to God, watching the episode, there's a part where I'm like, sometimes I think about just selling it all and moving back to Wisconsin and getting weird. I'm like,
I have a couple favorite parts, and like I have to say, like that's one of them. I also the part that I really love is your when we go to the radio station, your little hair flick to camera, like that is like when you WQ, what is it? Can you say it?
WDOR.
What's the radio station? Yeah, WDOR. Can you do the thing though, like you did?
She just kind of did actually.
I know,
I don't.
WDOR.
That really is so true when I said that an interview on WDOR is on par with a write-up in the LA Times, like as far as like the impact that it has on my soul.
Love that.
The recognition.
I love that. That was a really great part. I really loved that sentiment, and being there was also fantastic. It was such a throwback, and it was there's just you could see the history in that place. It was just dripping with history and passion for what they do. I mean, it was we usually find ourselves in a lot of the food businesses, but to be in a place like that and see that kind of translate, the generational sort of passion and love for what they do, it was cool. That was a really cool scene.
Yeah. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Kat, I gotta say, I still have dreams about your gelée, that dessert set. And even as we were watching it here live in the restaurant, people were like, "I want that." So maybe when things quiet down a little bit, we'll get you back to Wisconsin. But this time, maybe my neck of the woods.
Yeah, have me in. I'll do a pop-up. It's funny.
Right,
I'm doing a dinner, or I'm doing a lunch brunch at Charleston Wine and Food with all the women, or a handful of the women that were on Top Chef. And I was on a call with Bailey, and she was like, could you do that Jell-O dessert again?
Yeah, that's a banger.
Especially pulling out the blowtorch. I mean, that's just like the.
Yeah. Well, it was a love letter to the sense of place that is developed in Wisconsin, but Door County specifically. What a magical journey you've had in food, and it was really, really obvious to see that when you were on the peninsula, like pulling from all these ingredients that were there. They were the things that memories and food memories are made of, and it was such a joy to watch you in. I don't want to say your element. But that element, it seems like you're pretty rooted in LA too.
I mean, I am, because I've lived here for, over 20 years, and I know LA, but I am not made of LA. And there's a difference in, kind of what goes into your DNA, as a child. Like, that's just such a different experience, and there's a different level of understanding and kind of speaking the language of a place. And I understand Wisconsin and Door County in that way. It is truly a part of me. And LA is something that, is a constant evolution. I'm on it's a constant education to be in this city. I mean, they couldn't be more polar opposites. Also, can we talk about your mustache for a minute?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. No, I kind of leaned in. This is my James Lohmiller look. I really wanted to fit the part tonight. So actually, when James comes on,
as James?
Oh yeah. I mean, obviously, I've got my shades on. Yeah, I've got the mustache. I've got the the Gucci knockoff jumpsuit.
Is the mustache real, or do you glue that on?
No, this is real. This is my real face. I've been saying in these live streams, like this has become my superpower. My mustache. It's given me special extra perceptive powers, and just trying to be generally a good human in this time in the world. But I think that the mustache is like, Superman had a cape. I've got a really big Magnum PI soup strainer.
Now, let's get your take, Kat. We're going into filming for our next season, so for 2027. We finally finished 2026. Now we're on to 2027. Should we do a whole season with the mustache or go back to the beard? You have a take on that?
Mustache.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
All right.
I grew up with Magnum PI. This is Tom Selleck is kind of the quintessential male specimen. Now you're gonna have to wear some short shorts.
That's no problem.
That's my jam.
How are your getaway sticks looking?
Yeah. There was a couple years ago, Arthur had signed me up for Burger Fest, which they say Seymour, Wisconsin is the home of the hamburger.
Seymour, yeah.
Seymour, kind of outside of Green Bay, but they had a ketchup slide as part of their burger days. And so I took like third in a burger eating competition.
This was like a slip inside that went, several hundred feet. And it was actually a competition to see who could slide in ketchup water the furthest. And surprisingly, the furthest person could go extremely far.
Way.
Luke, not so much, but he didn't have a lot of practice. He did a lot of like belly flopping and then.
But I was doing it in short jorts too.
You did have cut off shorts. We could see kind of the booty. We could see a little booty back there.
I mean, that's standard issue uniform for a ketchup slide.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm trying to, bend that PBS demographic. Like, everyone is welcome here. My gosh.
Kat, tell me a little bit about, we got to spend the day together, at least a day and a half. Talk about that experience of having this camera guy jump in the car and drive around with you for a day and a half and meet all these great sort of inspiring stories. I mean, were you a little creeped out at first? How did you feel about that experience?
No, I mean, I've done enough television that I was very accustomed to having, like, I'm used to having a camera for prolonged periods of time. I did hit the wall on the second day, as we know. I can't talk anymore. I think the thing that I really enjoyed about it, it really puts you in a state to be thoughtful about the entire experience. I don't often get asked, that many questions kind of going from place to place, and it encourages more interaction. It forces me to ask questions. Why am I doing this? That's the thing that always comes up on any of these experiences, whether it's Top Chef or Chopped or, like this or, any interview, somebody always wants to ask you, why do you do this? What inspires you? And getting that question asked over and over and over. I mean, it at a certain point, it'll send you into like an existential crisis.
Hence the mustache.
That's where we live on a daily basis. So welcome to our world.
But that self-examination is so, it's so potent. It's so potent to like your creativity, and that, I think it's important to ask yourself that question pretty regularly. Like, why am I doing this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
I agree.
Thank you.
Completely. Why am I doing this?
Why do we cook? Why am I choosing this certain product? Like,
Yeah.
I can usually sense when somebody hit a wall, and that was a palpable wall that we hit that day in the kitchen, right? That was a lot going on. But I have to admit, the one thing I took away from that experience is I eat a lot of hard-boiled eggs. Okay, I do. I mean, it's like part of my like daily diet. And I know how to crack an egg. Like that was the missing piece of my life, is cracking hard-boiled eggs
with the spoon.
And
right?
Now I know. Now like that spoon, the spoon trick is just, it's a game changer. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
You're so welcome.
I feel like we all learned something that day.
Yeah. We all learned something that day, didn't we, Luke?
Yeah, we did. Cracking eggs. It was good.
Cracking eggs.
Yes. We don't have to talk about that anymore. Yes. So and I have to say before we let you go that we're both thinking about you, your family, and your mom. It was really sad for us to hear of her passing a couple weeks ago, and I think I have a shot of her like by the door, walking by the door. So if I can find that, maybe I'll throw that your way. But I wish we would have done more and gotten something with your mom in there. But yeah, I'm just we're thinking about you, and I'm sad to hear about her passing.
I mean, that's gonna make me cry, but like that night of having her there was so
yeah.
it was so important. And there's a picture of her watching me cook, and it was so touching. It was all she wanted to do was just sit and watch what I do. I mean, I live so far away, and being in LA, like she doesn't get to have that experience. So that was really touching, and just having you guys there to tell the story was, I don't know. I mean, it's not everybody gets to tell their story. So thank you for, being interested in me and what I do, and for what you do for Wisconsin. And, it's a real honor to have been a part of it. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Kat.
It was all of our honor, I should say, all of our honor. And we can't wait to come out to LA and visit you out there. We're going to come out and just hang out and visit you and see what you do in LA at some point.
Please. Yeah. Do an LA foodie.
Yeah, that's right.
I know.
That's right. I mean, we named the show Foodie like almost 20 years ago. So the word foodie has seen a wild ride since we named the show. So if I named another show, it might not be called Foodie, but we'll see. Like funny thing about you, your brother is pretty well known here in Wisconsin. Can you remind us can you tell everybody who your brother is and his connection to the state?
My brother, Brian Kelsey. So he is the managing director. He basically runs Peninsula Players, but he's also on the Wisconsin Arts Board. And I mean, what he does for Peninsula Players, which is the longest running. He knows better than me. He's watching this right now. He's probably rolling his eyes. He's running summer stock theater, continuously running in the United States. But it's an incredibly important theater that is rooted in Door County tradition. And I mean, he really works to keep the lights on and raises money for it. And it's a beautiful, beautiful place to see live theater. And we're so lucky to have it in our backyard. We're so lucky to have him at the helm of it.
Yeah. The Peninsula Players. That's awesome.
Yeah. Brian's a great guy. He's a force of nature.
He's amazing.
I sat on a board with him a long time ago, and he's just always been somebody on the, in that kind of world since that. And great guy. You did the dinner 2 nights in a row, and we had shot like maybe 3 days in a row, and that dinner was the next night. And I think I hit my creative wall at that point too. Like I wanted to do the dinner the next night because your family was going to be there. But I just, like I said, I hit a total wall and just could not be there for one more night. And I regret that. But, sometimes those are those decisions that you have to make as an artist or creative, and you just have to, call it, you know what I mean? But, the burnout, it was a great dinner though.
Delicious. I slept in a parking lot in Boston that night because I had to come back to the restaurant and open at 8 a.m. the next day. And so we left, and it was bananas. It was so fast. So Kat left. Kat joined.
There she is.
There she is.
I have to go anyway. I can't be late for my sound bath.
Kat, we've got before you go, we've got just one question from a viewer because we have a chat going here, and they just wanted to know, and I think it's relevant because we're just talking about your mom. How did your mom make lake perch? Did she help you cook the lake perch when you guys caught them? Was she involved in that cooking, and how did she prepare the lake perch?
She cooked it. We'd flay it. It gets dredged in a little bit of flour and then pan fried in butter.
Yeah.
That's it.
No
flour,
other way.
and probably, and also probably there's some Lawry's seasoning salt mixed in with the flour, and then it just gets a light dredge and then into the pan.
That's right.
Love it.
Simple, delicious, fresh. Can't be beat.
Just like Kat.
Thank you so much, Kat. Enjoy your sound bath. Good luck in the opening of the restaurant.
Thank you. So great to see you guys.
Bye,
Likewise.
Kat. Thank you. All right, bud. We got Mr. James Lohmiller here waiting, but we should make him wait for a second here because
why?
We got a lot of chats. We got a lot of questions here.
Okay.
Let me just go through the chats.
Yeah, let's go through the chats.
Okay. Let me just go. Let's see.
What do you got?
We've got Brian. Brian's glad we dined at the Brian Kelsey. So he's glad we dined at the Greystone Castle.
I was glad to dine there too. I mean, that for me is like, don't walk, run to the Greystone Castle and order that prime rib sambo, because that thing, I do still think about that quite a bit. And that could just be because, well, I don't know, I may not be the healthiest human on the planet, but like, that was a good sandwich.
Oh my God.
It was ridiculously good.
If you guys watch the show, so let us know what you think of that sandwich. Are you going to the Greystone Castle like tomorrow to get that sandwich? Because like that thing was...
Well, they have free beer tomorrow.
They have free tomorrow? Cheryl Kuhn. Do we got a Cheryl Kuhn in the house here?
Yeah, we do.
Cheryl, can you just step over here? Let's get a little... This is one of our big...
Hey, super fan. Hi, Cheryl.
Hi.
Come on, come in here.
Hi.
Everybody, world, this is Cheryl Kuhn. Cheryl.
Hey. Hey.
There you are. Yes, right here. This is it.
You are on the internet.
I know.
Oh, this is exciting.
Cheryl's a big fan, has been watching the live stream since day one, so we love Cheryl. She's the reason why we do what we do.
Yeah.
Yes, and I'm Madeline's mother.
Right.
And if you don't know who Madeline is,
She's a former star of a episode previous season, and she, amongst all, Jim was the star last week.
Yep.
And so I'm in honor of all this royalty. Also, here's a throwback for the two of you.
What is this?
In honor of a previous season.
Oh.
And happy Fat Thursday.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Where is it?
Only from Blado's Bakery in Winona.
Blado's Bakery in Winona. Oh man. Yeah. Look at that. Punchki.
this is why we do what we do here, folks.
Yeah.
You want to get on a live stream, you come down and bring us some punchkis.
This is amazing. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Enjoy your sweet treat and happy Valentine's Day.
Thanks, Cheryl.
I'm having
Oh, I like this shirt too. Look at this shirt. You got the Morel shirt. This is
Commit fungicide. Yeah.
And so Cheryl's daughter Madeline is also the cheesemaker at Emmy Roth. She has been on the show. I think she's got a cameo on this year's show too. She's in an episode where she came to a dinner for the Art of Cheese. So she'll be on this season as well.
Maddie Goon says jump. I say how high.
Yeah.
It's just the way it works.
Well, hopefully we'll meet here one of these weeks.
Well, you get her out here, okay?
Okay.
Where did these come from
They
again?
came from Blado's Bakery in Winona.
Blado's Bakery in Winona. Look at this thing. I am, we're going to get James Lohmiller on here, and he's going to be very jealous that he's not going to get one of these.
Thank you, Cheryl. It's so nice to meet you. Oh, man.
All right, here we go.
Punchki.
There's some love for your stash out there. We got some stash love. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is it ironic love, or is it like, because here's the thing that I've noticed with the stash.
Scott Barry's going to the castle for that prime.
Is he really?
That thing, I think out of this whole episode, that is the one thing that's going to get hit. I hope 1 billion people come and stay at the door, but I hope 1 billion people also eat that prime rib sandwich, because that thing was...
1 billion would be a lot.
That would be a lot. How many in Wisconsin?
Not 1 billion. Maybe
Did you already eat all of your donuts?
No. I took 2 bites and I put it over there.
All right.
I got the sticky fingers. Thanks for the mustache love. Again, I don't know if it's ironic or not. Usually when you see another gentleman who's mustachioed, nice stash, bro. So you never really can tell if it's in like sincere or not.
Can you get your sunglasses back on?
Yeah, sure.
I think it's in order for our next guest here, Mr. James Lohmiller. This is my hero. This is one of my favorite people in Wisconsin. This guy, this is like who we all aspire to be.
Look at him tonight.
Oh my God, I can't even look at you. Look at this man.
You can look at me.
I thought I was getting all fancy. This is my James Lohmiller outfit, dude. And I'm blown away.
Dude, when I saw, first of all, when I saw you, I was completely blown away. I continue to be blown away. Unbelievable. But this outfit tonight is for Chef Kat Turner. This is my homage to David Lynch. Kat was in a David Lynch film in 2006 called Inland Empire. So yeah, shout out Kat.
Dude, funny small circle moment. I met David Lynch once.
Shut up.
No, you shut up. True story. I was working in Madison at a coffee shop, and I was the only employee in there, and David Lynch came in and ordered a cappuccino. And so I asked him seriously, I'm like, you're David Lynch, right? And he was like, yeah. And I'm like, what are you doing in Madison? And his wife, Mary Sweeney at the time, was a Madison native. And so he told me that he was making litho prints in Madison all summer long. And I was just like, wow, that's incredible. And so there was that moment of pause in the conversation. And I know that you know that what we're talking about here, that moment of pause. I looked at him and I was 19. I was dumb. I was young. And you know what? I didn't really get Lost Highway. That's what I said. I could have asked any question on the planet. But instead, I told one of the greatest living directors of, modern film that I didn't get Lost Highway. I really wanted to. And he was such a gentleman. He said, I guess a lot of people say that. And then I had his latte, and that was it. And I was like, God damn it.
Dude, that's a fun story, though. David Lynch, I don't get any of his movies at all. I just think they're dope.
Right?
James, so what's happening with you, man? What's going on at the door? Is it kind of, are you in that time where it's like The Shining up there and you're just wandering around and doing strange things in weird rooms, or what's happening?
All the above. No, it is quiet here, but that's the off season is a really great time to just come and chill out, and for all of these incredible hospitality restaurant staff up here, it's a good time for them to recharge too. So yeah, it's quiet, but it's a good quiet.
Cool. Things in your life coming together pretty well. You excited for this next tourist season?
We are, yeah. In fact, we've got a busy weekend this weekend, certainly with Valentine's coming up, a long weekend, President's Day. So we're looking forward to that. But it's always something to look forward to up here. Like, we have a pretty good idea of what we're going to get year over year, but the surprises are fun too. We haven't really started putting together anything fun for this summer yet. We've kind of strewn it about, but I think we're all up for a conversation at some point.
We're up for it, baby. Yeah. We are up.
And I have to agree with Kat too. The stash has to stay, bro.
You like the stash?
Wow, we got two for the stash, and this is coming from this guy here.
I know. I try and tell people, mainly my wife, I need that Ralph Lauren too. Because one of your many talents, and I'm going to tell you right now for folks watching, James is, I would say, a Renaissance man, right? Like the kind of person who can put his fingers in a lot of different pots and somehow be good at all of them. I met this guy for about 30 seconds, and he gave me really concrete advice on what I should be wearing, kind of what my motif might be, and it's been dead on. It's been dead on.
Have you followed that advice?
Obviously. Look at this.
I'm head to toe, baby. Are you kidding? Yeah.
We're on the lookout for a wardrobe person for Luke this year, so. Yeah.
And that Brunski does look incredible.
That is really good, isn't it?
Shout out to Cheryl.
Yeah. Cheryl is the best.
Cheryl is the best. Thank you, Cheryl. Cheryl's at the bar right now watching the live stream. So she's on a bit of a delay. So she'll hear it in 2 seconds. That was it. Thank you.
That was it.
Right on.
So we're going to talk about doing a dinner maybe this summer. What do you think?
Yeah.
This we do a Wisconsin foodie dinner up at the door. We always have to find James to come up there. So
yeah, no, we do. I did talk to Kat in March, and we put that thing together. We had the dinner at the end of August, and credit to Kat and Cesar and Zubair and Bailey. The middle of the summer in LA and Chicago in restaurants, you're all of us, absolutely insane. And they took time out to go and do this, beyond grateful, and to see the community come together. And now that everybody really understands kind of what we were doing now, it's all right, even more people can come into this and enjoy and experience. So, no, man, it was really wonderful, and we can't wait to do more. We love to do stuff with you guys. Come on.
Did you would you do 1 or 2 nights again? So that was kind of the first big dinner at the door. How would you
Yeah.
change? Would you do one night and that's it, 100 people, or would you like the 2 nights? Did that work out well?
Yeah, I think the 2 nights did work out well, but I would love to do one blowout night because, as you know, like you were saying, even from a creative perspective, not even physically, you were exhausted at the end of it. So the chefs, I know, were feeling that too. And credit to my staff at the Door Hotel for stepping up, not really understanding what they were getting into, and everybody showed out, and it was remarkable. It just showed what we were capable of, and I couldn't be more proud of them.
Honestly, your staff did crush it. I mean, absolutely. Abby, always a welcoming, warm presence. And when you walk into the door, and like seeing folks come together in the community and hustle. Like as this thing was building up, there was so much happening and going on. It was just super exciting to be a part of it. And to see everybody, putting their best foot forward, representing Door County and the food and the farmers and the producers there. Hats off, you guys! You guys,
yeah. Here. And real quick, if I could do a little behind the scenes shout out, Arthur Ursink. I mean, every episode that we see of Wisconsin Foodie always seems that it has soul. And to create that soul cannot be terribly easy because words only go so far, right? Arthur is a genius at bringing all of that together. We could not be more proud of this episode and how you showed off not only the hotel, but Door County as a whole. Really, really impressive. So thank you. Yeah.
Good job, buddy.
Yeah, that's real.
When you got these stories though to work with, I mean, it's just so easy, and it's just a matter of having somebody that's willing to listen and willing to tell the story the right way. And we have such a love and a passion for the community, the Door County, every community in Door County. We have made it a point since the beginning of Wisconsin Foodie to visit at least once a year, and if not twice. And the whole peninsula holds a special place with both of us. And the people up there, the food up there, everything is just so incredible. So it's easy for me to tell these stories because of how much I just truly love that area and the people in it.
Yeah, it's the people, man. I mean, the lake is good too, so is the bay, but like the people really do sink the storyline home. So thank you.
Yeah. Cheers.
And if you've never stayed at the Door, my God, the Door is just like, what a spot, man.
By God.
By God. Oh my God.
No, it's incredible. I love it. I love the Scandinavian, the clean lines, the simplicity, yet you are never wanting for anything at any time on the premise. Like
hospitality is such an important, like when you go to a restaurant,
yes.
a hotel, hospitality is the number one thing for me sometimes.
Yeah.
It can change the whole experience. It can change, the food could be mediocre, but the hospitality is great and it changes your perspective. And when you go to the Door, it's like, the accommodations are such like high class, and the hospitality is even that much better. So it's just such an experience to go there and to be able to stay in Sister Bay and just I don't know. I've had such an incredible days just at the hotel and hanging out in the front and seeing James walk around and get some life advice from him is just it's a very valuable experience.
Yeah. Yeah. I have seen you hanging out in the front of the hotel quite a bit. If you ever see Arthur Ursink hanging out in the front of your hotel, run.
Yeah. That's what we say here too. I tell the staff.
If I have a camera, you're safe. If I don't have a camera, that's when things get creepy.
Yeah, exactly. Well, James, thank you so much for tuning in with us. Thank you for everything that you do for Door County. I look forward to seeing you, shaking your hand, giving you a big hug, and I'll even give you a forehead kiss like I just did Arthur too. Because I mean it, man.
Yeah, I'll take it. That's awesome. My staff like that one.
Yeah, good. Tell them I said hello.
I will.
Thank you,
guys. Be well. Cheers.
We'll see you soon. See you soon, man. Thank you so much.
Man, that dude might be the coolest guy in Wisconsin.
Oh God, he just heard you say that.
Well, good. I mean, that's awesome. But he literally might be the coolest guy.
I know. We all strive to be like James. I mean, like, God, now I got to step up my game. I mean, I just, I felt like I wore a button down today and I was going to be all right. Yeah. But, he comes on and you're just like, damn, that is.
I wore a whole jumpsuit and I thought I was gonna maybe get him, like surprise him, like, oh, Luke's got game. I have no game.
Yeah.
No game in compared to James.
Yeah.
It's like a rhyme. I'm a poet. I didn't even know it.
Wow.
Arthur, so tell us what we got here. Like, what are we talking about for this next week?
Yeah. You want to know next week?
I want to know next week.
Do I have it available?
Do you have it available?
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna get it up here. We can chit chat here a little bit while we get it up here.
Okay. Can they see like your file structure? while you're doing it?
No, they
Okay,
can't see that. It's just uploading. Now.
So it's just on us. Okay.
So that what we do here, a little behind the scenes for Wisconsin Foodie. I find this funny. I'm just trying.
I find everything funny.
Okay.
Dude.
That was, I think from what you heard with Kat and James, that was, that was almost 4 days of filming, right? I met Kat at her house. That one, the scene that you see with her walking out of her house, that was the first time we met. And, I basically got in the car with her and we drove around for 2 days straight, just picking up ingredients and talking and just getting to know one another. I probably had, 20 some odd hours of footage, right? And then the real trick is to make all of that, pare that down into 21 minutes. That's like the length of an actual show. It's 21 minutes. So paring down, well over 20 hours into, maybe it wasn't 20 hours, but
it was a lot.
You get the drift. It's a lot of content down into 21 minutes is a challenge because you want to tell everybody's story. At first going to meet, the folks at Everlasting Eats. That was a long segment that we produced. We were there for over an hour shooting the process of freeze drying cherries, the history of the business. And then what you got out of that was maybe 5 shots of the process, which is a shame, but you've got to make these really tough decisions in the long run about how to get the show down to its proper time. So
yeah,
are you always surprised when you watch a show like what made it and what versus what didn't make it?
Absolutely. A lot of times, I think specifically when I first started making Foodie with you, like I couldn't watch a lot of the shows because I felt like I was super cringy, which I think over time we just all kind of get used to. But it was always such a different experience when I would see it on the television and knowing like all the moments that built up to it. Like my memory of it was so much, I don't want to say different because it was all constructed with the same material, but it was just a very, very different perspective to see it and to see myself in. Sometimes it's uncomfortable, sometimes it works out great, sometimes it doesn't. And riding through all of that and seeing what comes together on the television is great. But that brings me to my question this evening. I'd love it if folks at home, if you're following along with us, or maybe you're watching this, feel free to tell us, because Arthur, I'm going to ask you first. What are you grateful for today?
Oh, wow. That's a big question.
I know.
Oh. I'm grateful for, the incredible people in my life. That's really what it comes down to is having good people surrounding you, whether it's the Olsons over here, right?
Yep.
The Coon, Cheryl.
Yeah.
Yourself, your family, our friends here in Viroqua. It's really important to have. I'm really grateful for a lot of the people that bring a lot of love into my life, and that's what we all need right now is people that can show love and be there for you.
Yeah, I love that, man, and I think that is absolutely the truth.
What about you?
I'm so grateful. I feel like I have the best job in the state of Wisconsin. Honestly, I get to travel around. I get to meet cool people like Kat, like James. Kat's brother-in-law, that was really fun. I got to tag along and see some of the amazing and dynamic food-related businesses in Door County, and it's like a fever dream when it's wintertime right now. I know that we're going to embark on this journey yet again for another season. I'm so grateful for my community, man.
Yeah.
It makes all of this worth showing up for and doing the hard work behind the scenes to get to reflect the best of you. It truly is like this job of amplifying and lifting up some of these amazing human beings that we call neighbors in Wisconsin. And man, I'm so grateful for that opportunity.
You know, I think about that a lot. Like, you know, we've been so fortunate. Now I've done this for about 18 years.
Yeah.
Luke's done it for
7,
5,
8,
6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
Sorry if I said 5.
6, 7.
Yeah, 6,
7.
Oh, that's so bad. That's so bad.
We're gonna get canceled now.
Yeah, I'm canceling this. But no, you know, every year I'm just so grateful that this is what we get to do.
Yeah.
And that's like my biggest fear too, is like, we don't get to do this anymore, right? Like to not be able to do this, you know, because the stories we tell are so important. It's so crucial for these businesses, these food producers, these farmers. It's just so valuable. This sort of gift that we offer, the spotlight we can shine on people, and it's just so it's such a valuable asset for our state and the food producers here. So you know, I hope that we have another 20 years left in us.
Yeah.
You know, if Dan Small can still be on TV.
Seriously, I mean, like, this mustache isn't going anywhere. I'm gonna age like a fine wine. I can feel it. But no, that's what I really get excited. You know, there's a lot of different things that go into making Wisconsin foodie, but like at the end of the day, it's just incredible to see you and to be a part of your story and to shine a light on it. Well, what are they saying in the chat? What are they grateful for? Oh, cool.
You know, so Jim is asking us to share the Charlie Smokehouse footage. So note about that. What I want to talk about that is, like, we actually did a spinoff. I tried to actually fit this into this particular episode because Luke and I did a segment at Charlie's Smokehouse.
It was too good.
It was too good. It was a fantastic segment with Chris Voigt and their family there and how they smoke the fish. So we decided to like pull that segment out, and it'll be on its own episode later in the season. Might be even the last season of the year.
Last episode of the year?
Last episode. Last
season. It's fine. They get it. They know. The magic of TV.
Last episode of the year might be that.
Yeah.
And you saw, if you happen to watch the John McGivern show tonight with O&H, we also did an O&H segment, so it'll be fun, and it's going to be paired. This is the end of the season. You know, we are trying to figure some stuff out. So we've got an episode with two sort of orphan segments. One was O&H with Kurt Vogel, and one was Charlie's Smokehouse. Two very important ingredients to Wisconsin's food culture. Would you say Kringle and smoked whitefish?
Seriously, I mean, they sound like they're probably terrible together, but in reality, you know, it is. It's those ingredients, those like ingredients that you remember from family gatherings, and always kind of having them present, but usually very understated. Like to go back and live in those memories and remember what was on your grandmother's table or your parents' table, or, you know, anywhere you
take a lot of these things for granted, being in the state and being around them constantly, you know, and then all of a sudden you leave, you come back, or somebody comes to visit and you get to share these great things with.
Yeah. You know, and I think it kind of goes into like I don't know if everywhere is like this, but I do know that like the two things that folks I see take for granted a lot are, you know, their food, where it comes from, access to good food, specifically like a lot of our smaller farmers that are growing for their communities. Like that doesn't happen everywhere in America. And the second one is fresh, clean water. You know, those are things that it's really easy to take for granted when you turn on the tap and it's there, it's plentiful.
With all these AI data centers, we're gonna be let's take advantage of that water now, baby. No, just kidding. Anyways, speaking of AI data centers, so next week, definitely not on the show next week.
No.
You know, but so next week it is kind of the opposite of that. You know, next week's show is a really, really valuable story, a really important story to Wisconsin's sort of culture. Something that's not talked about nearly enough when it comes to food and just overall sort of lifestyle. And that is, you know, and this is a story that we've been sort of chasing for a very long time. And we're really excited to show you next week the story of Kingston Creamery, an Amish-run creamery that is producing some of, if not the best blue cheese in the entire country.
No offense to Maddie. It's really good.
Sorry, Maddie. We're just trying to, you know, hype up the show a little bit.
Yeah.
So without further ado.
Yeah, let's see it.
This week on Wisconsin Foodie.
So I'm Nelson Schruck. I'm the second generation cheesemaker at Kingston Creamery. We are the first and only blue cheese makers in America for the Amish communities. The adhering to sustainable regenerative farming practices are reflected in our luscious blue cheeses.
This right here is how I know that this is going to be phenomenal cheese. So today we're at the Owl Farm, and we're anxiously awaiting our guests. The Owl Farm is a project that Ruthie and I put together kind of during COVID. The rationale for it was we wanted a space where we could practice radical creativity, radical hospitality, but then also have dinners that bring people together that are transformational as opposed to transactional. But I have to say again, it's such a tremendous honor and privilege to have all of you guys here tonight. Owl Farm, man. I've been spending a lot of time thinking about that lately. Whew. I can't wait this next season.
The more we show people this Owl Farm, the more people are going to want to come out there.
Yep.
So be careful what you ask for, my friend.
Yeah, no, it's this entire storyline, and for those of you who are familiar with Amish and Amish communities, obviously there's a resistance to capturing their image and likeness on film or on video. So in taping these segments, it is truly an exercise in trust. Right, Nelson, inviting us into the creamery, being in there for the course of the day and watching this blue cheese kind of come together. To do that is a tremendous honor and privilege. And it's something that most filmmakers don't have the opportunity to do.
Well, I'd say to make a story, but, not get... I think the trickiest part about this episode was to avoid shooting anybody working. That was a challenge. How do you tell the story without anybody actually being in it is a challenge. And for me as like the filmmaker, that's the hardest part. It's like, I don't want to say that's hard. It's like almost, it's also very fun to try to put together this puzzle in a different way every week. And this was a true challenge to try to figure out how to tell the story without, you had a character narrate it, but you don't really have characters in it interacting with the ingredients until, Luke shows up. So it was fun. It was a challenge, and it was such a beautiful story. The folks at Kingston are just the best. They're such a fantastic crew of people, so humble, so down to earth, and just their value system is so important for all of us to kind of appreciate, to know more about. Because I think a lot of us, we drive through the state of Wisconsin and we just see the buggies. We might see the families out and about, but we don't know much about them as a community.
Yep. So again, it's the power of Wisconsin Foodie to be able to come in and celebrate these stories because, at the end of the day, everybody eats, right? And so really going in with that lens and focus, it allows us to grow the awareness of our friends and neighbors and to really utilize that as a bridge to bring us all closer together through our food.
I love it.
Yeah, boo. I love you.
I'm going to see you next week.
Yeah, let's see you next week.
I see you next week.
Tune in. Hit that like button. Smash subscribe.